This is Smiley Smooth, YouTube's finest. Today's topic is HMOs, bailout propaganda, and the latest news. As I said in my other segment, I dealt with HMOs. HMOs are health maintenance organizations that were created in the 1930s and brought back in the new millennium year of 2000. HMOs are mostly geared towards low income and people in poor communities, black and Hispanic and other minority communities. These HMOs, once you're in them, you're locked in, and you can't even go and seek your own private doctors, whatever they say under that plan, the doctors under that plan. Most of the doctors in these plans treat people as undesirables or charity work. I guess the government's money is always late. I always said that if it's not broke, don't fix it. The straight Medicaid was the best thing that was good for black and Hispanic and minority communities. I feel that all politicians in the House of Representatives, Senate, and Congress, and even the President should take a visit to all across America to these neighborhoods, especially in big urban cities, and see how the people are being treated. The doctors are overworked and underpaid and overscheduled, and the people are just treated horrible. They're treated like animals. They don't care about them. And they're not getting great health care. America right now always talking about health care reform and people living longer. Under these HMOs, when you're in these HMOs such as Health First, Signet, Metro Plus, and GHI and HIP, people are almost discouraged to go to the doctor when they're sick. You know, sometimes that's why people are not living longer. They die at home because they have home remedies. They're scared to go to the doctor. They don't want to wait 8 hours to see a doctor, or 9, 10, 12 hours, or go to the clinic and you have an appointment and you get there on time for your appointment, you're seen 5 hours later. So I urge everybody to write their politicians, all of them, every politician you can think of, congressmen, senators, assemblymen, mayors, city council persons, all over, even the president, tell them to go visit and see how you're being treated. I'm pretty sure everybody's experiencing this. Anyone, your family, friends, and associates all over the United States of America and urban communities are experiencing these hardships when it comes to these HMO plans. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is the bailout. A lot of these stock companies, insurance companies, and other large corporations, car dealerships, they got a bailout. A bailout is a government bailout of your company that was going to go out of business, but because of American taxpayer dollars, the government, federal government, President Obama gave bailouts to a lot of agencies and companies and corporations. It seems in this present day and age that they're sending the wrong message to students, little children, college students, elementary school students. A bailout, you shouldn't reward people if the company make profits and you're giving the stockbrokers and people in these companies bonuses, and they didn't pay back the bailout money that they got from the government. It was a loan, it's not a grant. You have to pay back your debt before you start spending money and splurging and giving each other multi-billion-dollar businesses, bonuses rather. The last thing I want to talk about is the latest news. It seems Bernie Madoff, the guy that stole $70 billion, the government can't seem to find the money that he stole. And he's got a lot of co-conspirators and partners that's shuffling his money around and the government can't find it. Well, I have a remedy to this. The way I see this, he's 72 years old. You gave him 140 years in jail. I say go back to the drawing board and offer Bernie Madoff 10 years. You do 10 years. Just tell everybody, tell the government and this federal and city and state government where the money is. And you only do 10 years, you'll be home. That way the people that lost their money can get paid back properly. And there's not a cat and mouse game of where the money is. Also, here in New York City, there's a website I want to share with everyone. If you have a student, like elementary school, junior high, or high school, there's a website. It's www. www.arisparentlink.org. This is if you have a student in the Board of Education system here in New York City. You can check on their attendance, their grades, their conduct, and their evaluations as it relates to the Board of Education. It's very helpful. Maybe you work a lot, you want to check on, the only thing you need, you want to check on your kids' progress as they go to and from school, what they're doing academically and their attendance. So you would need your student ID. Everybody in this world has an ID, whether it's Social Security, Birth Security, everything's numbers. So in the Board of Education, every student has an ID number. You can get that from the guidance counselor or the principal, or even the teacher for that matter. So you just need the student's ID number and the student name at the school, and this website will help you out. Also, there's another website. It's about if you have old cell phones, whether they're inoperable or they're working, this company, you mail them, they'll send you a kit, you mail the cell phones in and you'll receive money for it. That website is www.usell.com. And you could send the cell phones in there and you'll get paid for that. Also, there is another development that's occurring now. It's called WikiLeaks. It's WIKILEAKS. This is an organization made up by federal, city, and state governments to watch over certain groups, organizations, companies that they feel are communist or espionage entities towards the government of the United States. It was a secret surveillance group made by, like I said, the federal, city, and state governments. And the creators were, the creators or the orchestrators of this surveillance and intel network were untraceable up until now. One of the players in the game, or the orchestrators of this surveillance group, blew the whistle on the government, and now that person is being indicted. So that's what WikiLeaks is about. Don't take my word for it. You can go on the internet or go to the library and research this. So I'm just saying this to everyone, that after 9/11, everyone is considered a terrorist suspect. So watch what you say on your cell phones and even your home phone. And you're constantly being watched and recorded because of the Patriotic Act of Homeland Security. All right, this is Smiley Smooth signing off. Peace.